Do, do. I thought I had it set up like I wanted it. Let's see here. Here we go. I like that a little better. Hey, 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 hey. Happy Monday. Money Monday, that is. Let's see. Let me see. Let's try with the light. Because sometimes the light in the sun. There we go. Hey, how you doing? How your Monday going? I would say mine has been slow motion in a good way, right? Um, y'all know how it is on Monday, especially Monday after a snowstorm in Georgia. You know, when you're trying to get back to everything because everything was closed and this and that and that and this and this and that. And then you see everything that's going on across the world, and you're like, oh my God, the news is just piling up. And I ain't been talking to my friends because we've been snowed in and getting over pneumonia and everything else. But she's back. And I missed y'all. And I missed y'all. And man, a lot has happened, y'all. So much has happened. We got a lot to catch up on, but it's time for some lunchtime lowdown. Let's get into it. All right. So first things first, we need to do is get caught up on the fires, okay, in Los Angeles and the surrounding area. Sorry guys, I'm just moving the camera around and getting it straight. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's get caught up on the fires. Let's do that together, see what's going on. We'll start with the actual update, and then kind of get into what the little celebrity issues that are popping out of the fire. That sounded weird. Celebrity issues popping out of the fire. All right, so let me share my screen. Dun, 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 dun. By the way, I've been bumping that Glorilla all morning, and y'all, I'm gonna just tell you something. Glorilla, I already knew you were out of here, but you out of here, out of here. Her album is awesome, man. And it's so funny because I be seeing a little TikTok talking about this from the for the aunties, yup, for the fine aunties too. We love your album, Glorilla. All right, y'all. So let's see here. Firefighters race to contain LA wildfires before the wind picks back up. Yeah, that's one thing I keep hearing, guys, that the weather is calling for more winds and, it's been dry. And so that's what they're afraid of. So let's see if there are any updates right here going on live right now. Let's see here.
They may be thinking about the future, just like you mentioned school. Some kids are not able yet
Oh my
to
God.
relocate or go back to school or go into a different school. So that's also
Y'all,
can
it
be
looks
disconcerting for
so
them. So
apocalyptic.
reassuring them that, we are taking the steps that we need and we are going to be okay. And, and physical comfort.
Whew. Y'all, I think that we're so used to seeing this on TV for other countries that, like, if you're not there or never experienced this type of natural disaster, then you're probably like you can't even really take it all the way in that, like, this is reality right now, right close to home, excuse me, in LA. Like, wow, it literally looks like a scene out of a Will Smith apocalyptic movie. This is sad, guys. And I just know this. I see a lot of people getting on a lot of different celebrities for the things they're saying, the things that they're posting, etc. during this time. But let's be clear. This, what they're going through, right? Now, I've never been through this, but I have been through a hurricane, natural disaster, no lights for days and days and days, damage to the home, etc. We lost a lot, but nothing like this, not to compare. However, when people are going through these type of disasters, y'all, you got to give them some grace to understand that they are grieving. Meaning they're grieving in real time. A lot of people, like, I saw this story where this man, his family's like 3 generations on one block, and they were just trying to get everybody out, and they ended up finding his sister in the rubble of her house when they thought everybody had got out. And I mean, you can't imagine something like that, y'all. Like that is unimaginable. So just know, like, even the celebrities, we got to give them some grace, okay? Because a lot of people are grieving, not necessarily the things that they lost, because we all know that that's replaceable, even though we're going to talk about the insurance companies. Um, but a lot of people are grieving life as they knew it. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. Like, and if you're anything like me, like it's the beginning of the year, right? And you're probably, you know how it is when you're on a new year, new you, cleansed vibe, you're decluttering and organizing. And as you go through your stuff, you start realizing that you have stuff that you didn't even know you had, you didn't even know you bought, or that you forgot about from maybe your childhood or something and found. And those things have immeasurable value. Well, imagine losing everything all of a sudden and then not even knowing everything that you lost because that's how much you lost. Like, and you have nowhere to turn because all of your friends and family, if you're from there, like they probably lost everything too. So I just encourage everybody to be kind and do what you can to even if it's just praying, pray. If you can give back, and make sure that you're giving back to reputable sources, people that you see on the ground doing things. Let's see if we can find some of those together, right? Let's see. Uh, let's try this, right? Where to donate for LA fires, right? Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm about to knock all my phones down. Let me see here. Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right, so where to donate clothes for LA fire victims, and I don't know what state you're in, but um, let me see. Let's just say anywhere, right? I know a lot of people have a bad taste in their mouth about the Red Cross, etc. But don't, y'all, because listen, do your part. You can't control where it go, who it gets to, etc., etc. I do know that I am a big fan of the Goodwill. Like, listen, just do your part, okay, and just trust that God will get it there. And if you have a better way to get it directly to somebody or directly to something, you can do that as well. Here's some let's do this. Let's go to what NBC is saying. Now, of course, be careful with the GoFundMe, y'all, because some people playing with GoFundMe. They playing, okay, pretending. All right, don't let them jug at your heartstrings, pull on your heartstrings, and have you thinking that they're actually a victim, and what they really trying to do is take advantage of the system of what's going on right now and the tragedy, and trying to set up a GoFundMe, blah 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 blah. So be careful. If I were you, I mean, you grown, you're gonna do what you want to do. I get it. But if I was you, and you was me, what I am doing is seeing where I can donate locally as far as physical things and tangible items, non-perishable clothes, etc., as well as going to my local Goodwill and continuing to give back there, which is what I was already doing because I was at the point of decluttering. And also go through a reputable source, even if it's big, like the Red Cross or something of that nature. Because, guys, I'm telling you, at least you know that it's going somewhere that's organized and structured. So it's going to get somewhere. Okay. And then other than that, if you're going to do something on social media or GoFundMe, make sure that it is for something that you can verify. Okay. Not just something that's celebrity stamps, something that you can verify. All right. And let's see, here are some other places. And the main thing is to make sure that you get a place that's reputable. Um, so let's see here. Here are some giving. Be specific with your donations, blah, blah, blah. Beware of scammers. Everything we just talked about in cornbread English. Everything I just said is what they saying here. But let's talk about the following charities have been vetted by NBC News, right? You got to make sure that you're going through sources that you can trust. And y'all know us. We got trust issues. Yeah, we do. I know. I feel you. So here we go. The California Community Foundation, the California Fire Foundation, the LA Fire Department Foundation, the Pasadena Humane Society, Ventura. No, I need some lunch. Ventura County Community Foundation, American Red Cross of Greater Los Angeles. I told y'all, and the Red Cross is worldwide. So, get it to it. Center for Disaster Philanthropy, Direct Relief, World Central Kitchen. So these again, y'all, I'll put it in the comments right now. So make sure you jump in the chat if you want the link. Link to vetted sources that you can donate to help the LA fires. Okay. So let's do that. All right. Boom. All right, so that's that. And I know that for some reason in the chat, y'all, the chat has not been showing up in real time on everything. So I'm switching between Instagram, Facebook, and everything so that I can make sure that I try not to miss anybody's comments. So please, if you're in the chat, make sure you say hi. All right. And of course, as always, subscribe Radio-Muva on YouTube. And if you want to support the show as we grow, $ Radio-Muva on Cash App, right? Now, speaking of the fires, y'all, I gave y'all your best options, I think, so that you can do it safely. And, everybody's emotional at times like this. So be careful who you give to. Make sure it's vetted. And give people some grace. People are losing a lot. And they might say anything. That's what I was trying to say before we get to this Khloe Kardashian thing. Okay. Now, the Kardashians, I have a love-hate relationship with the Kardashians. I love them, but I hate them, but I love them and I hate them. If that makes sense. Y'all know how that is. So I have a love-hate relationship with all of the Kardashians and the dang gone Jenners. Okay. Jenner Kardashians, Jenners, all of them, honey. But, they are definitely LA Valley blonde in my mind, no matter what color they dye their hair, no matter how many black men they love. I love them. I get it. I love black men too. I understand. However, they never cease to amaze me with the things that they'll say at the most inopportune times. And y'all, I swear to God, at this point in the game, you can't even, I don't care how much money they got. The Kardashians is still going to Kardashian, okay? Okay. So, let's not dig too deep in it and be distracted by what's really going on by some old dumbness that Khloe Kardashian said. All right. Love you, Khloe, but it was not the time. However, you get grace because of the emotionality of everything that's going on. So, y'all, with that being said, a lot of other people got something to say. I appreciate what Kim K said. Okay. So, the difference between what Kim K and what Khloe said is Khloe reposts like this clip from the news of the police chief. And like the reporter asked the police chief. So basically, what you're saying is the fire department and the mayor let you down. Well, not the fire department, the mayor. The mayor let you down, and you could just tell that she did not want to say that. Like you got to be able to read the room, people. You could tell she didn't want to say that because it was just not the time, and it wasn't the time to try to point fingers. Like we're in the midst of disastrous fires here, okay? But the lady kept pressuring her and she just said, yes, they did. And she tried to keep it moving. But Khloe Kardashian picked up that part of the clip, reposted it, and called herself trying to give the police chief some love. And in the same breath, dissed the mayor, saying that the mayor is a joke. Now, like I said, Khloe, you get a little bit of grace only because I understand that right now is an emotional time for everybody. Even if your home has not been affected, etc., you probably know somebody, or if you're just like me, you're on the other side of the country, but you're looking at the news, you're looking online, and you can't help but be devastated by what you're seeing because it could just as easily be us, right? But Khloe, be quiet. Okay. Ever since you started that podcast with what's his name? What the boy name is? Courtney, baby daddy. The first one. Scott. Scott Disick. Now I like Scott, but he get on my nerves. But again, that's that whole love-hate relationship with the Kardashian Jenner Dissicks that I have. However, Chloe, I don't know if that's a brunette wig you got on, or if you dyed your hair back your original color of brunette. But I don't like it. I don't like how you acting ever since you started this podcast. But this podcast you started with Scott Disick. I get it. That's your first guest or whatever. I think it's called like Sincerely Chloe or something like that. Girl, hush. Because when you got your hair back to that color, you start acting like the old Chloe. I didn't like the old Chloe. I like I'm in the gym post Lamar Odom working on my fitness and caring about me and blonde hair Chloe. I don't like the brunette hair acting like a blonde Chloe. All right, so just be quiet. So Chloe was throwing shots at a time like this. While Kim Kardashian, let's see what she said. Kim, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, people give Kim Kardashian a lot of slack, but y'all, let me tell you something. What Kim is doing once she got away from the narcissistic husband that she was married to, love you, Kanye, but we all know what's up. Okay, and she was able to breathe some life back into her soul and start to finding her purpose again without being drained by Kanye. Then you could just slowly but surely see her start to really, really utilize her ability to make changes in criminal justice reform and law, working on her law degree, like just a lot of things following in her father's footsteps and helping people get out of jail, etc. And you can say what you want to say about Kim K, but the B gets money, okay? The B got the life she want, okay? And she continues to work towards, I know y'all be like, what work? No, okay? Work is different work for different people based off different levels of life, okay? Don't do that, all right? Don't be no hater. Now, but Kim has been, y'all, she been helping folks, and I ain't just saying this because she been helping black folks, she been helping all folks, right? So Kim Kardashian, in good taste, came out and this is what she said. She wants to help raise the pay firefighter inmates. Now, let me tell you what I mean by that, okay? So, now this is not, excuse me, y'all know I'm still getting over pneumonia. Now, this is not a new concept, what's happening here, okay? This is not the first time that inmates have been used as firefighters to assist with natural disasters, wars, etc. And this is something that I've been saying. As a matter of fact, I think one of the very first shows I did when it was like the whole Diddy, Dirk, and all the cases was like coming down at once, like the Julio, the Diddy, the Dirk, the all kind of stuff, the YSL trial. And I was saying, listen, if the military is having a problem enrolling people and getting soldiers, then why don't we send inmates, right? And let their sentences be things of that nature. Like, because what good are they doing just sitting in jail? It is not, ain't no correction going on. You get more correction doing real life stuff than just sitting in a jail. Doing what? You actually got a worse chance of getting in more trouble in jail than you are by actually doing something constructive like becoming a part of the military. If you don't want to be a part of the military, don't commit no crimes. It's going to get you in jail. Because once you're in jail, you working for that little 69 cents an hour to try to, appease private companies, that ain't helping either. We see the prison system is a mess. State, federal, a mess, right? But seeing them send inmates out into as firefighters, I love it because I do feel like this makes sense. This is something that's reformative, rehabilitative, and could help the community. It's how you give back to the community. And it's also how you help people who may have just needed some more real life experience and tragedies or things of that nature, unfortunately, to help them become a better person. Instead of just sitting them in a jail makes zero sense to me. Okay. Now, I'm not saying everybody that's arrested should go be a soldier or a firefighter, but I'm just saying I think it is very smart and it makes the most sense. And I think it's good for the economy and the community. Now, Kim Kardashian, y'all. So, what Kim says is that she's praising the inmates, and me too, because let's be clear, all inmates that are inmates ain't guilty. Do I need to say it louder for the folks in the back? All inmates that are inmates are not guilty. Even if they were convicted, they don't. All inmates that are convicted are not guilty. And then some crimes really don't even call for incarceration. But unfortunately, the rewritten laws have not been updated or caught up yet. So you still got people doing jail time for like missing a traffic ticket, bench warrant stuff, stupid stuff. So, I do think it's on a case by case basis, but she praised the inmates who've been involved in the relief efforts amid the devastating wildfires in Southern California. And let's do a ghetto round of applause too. Just not only for the inmates, y'all, but for everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's stepping up and doing anything that they can, because anything that you do that's within your means or within your wheelhouse uh, is good. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Everybody, every little bit helps. All right. So now, I understand what Kim is saying, and I think it's a good thing, because this is a perfect opportunity, guys, to shine light on things like this. Because, like I said, it's something I've been saying anyway. One of the very first shows we did when we started Radio-Muva Live, right back in October, was a show talking about, listen, this is how we fix these gang issues. You doing all these Ricos, excuse me, round them up and Rico them right into the military. Or Rico them right into the, well, I don't know about the police force. Okay, let's one step at a time. Military, firefighters, I love it. I love it. I just think that, again, it helps the economy and it helps the community. And that is a better long term solution than just locking people away, making them go crazy, keeping them from their kids and families, breaking up homes, etc. Excuse me. So, um, I understand what she was saying. She's urging for them to get more wages. And let's see here. Let's see what the update is. Um, Hundreds of incarcerated firefighters risking their lives to save us, but argue they do not receive appropriate compensation for their work. They get paid almost nothing for risk their lives. Some have died to prove to the community that they've changed and are now first responders. I see them as heroes. I love it. You gotta love that. Big up to Kim K. Okay. More than 900 incarcerated firefighters have been involved in the response efforts in California and are working around the clock, cutting the fire lines and removing fuel from behind structures to slow fire spread. I love that. I love that. They're paid between $5.80 and $10.24 per day, depending on their skill level, and receive an additional $1 per hour while serving during an active emergency per the CDCR. The minimum wage in California is $16.50 an hour. Ciao. During emergency, crews can work a 24-hour shift followed by 24 hours of rest. For example, one 24-hour shift during an active emergency, the lowest skill level will earn $26.90 per day. They are paid during rest periods as well. Additionally, incarcerated firefighters can receive 2 days off their sentence for every 1 day served. Yeah, come on, y'all. Now, I don't necessarily know what the exact compensation should be or what it should be based on. But I will say that there needs to be something better than this now. If you want people to stop being criminals, start paying them, please. And I don't just mean criminals, I'm just talking about period. Okay? You want people to not still be robbing and stealing and pay them more, pay them people. Pay them people. So I do agree with Kim K that they definitely need to get more time off their sentence, and based off the situation, of course, more pay. Even if it goes to their victims' families or whatever. Like, come on, man. If you want people to be rehabilitated, you want the world to become a better place, you got to treat people like what you want them to become, not like what you think they are. Okay? Less judging, more loving. Now, with that being said, speaking of incarcerated firefighters, our homegirl and friend to the show, Blueface Mama Carlissa. Mm-hmm. Carlissa, Sun Firefighter LA. Excuse me, y'all. All right, so let's. Carlissa, she is definitely one of the original aunties. Now, she got two sons, y'all. Now both of them were in jail. Okay, Blueface is in jail. We know that. And I forgot the other boy name, but we back it up. But anyway, both of them was in jail, right? So I do know that she was very, she was thanking God, right? About her son. Let's find her on Instagram real quick. Let's see. Let's see, y'all. She's thanking God about her son. It was him in a picture with some other firefighters who were inmate firefighters, and she was just like, "Thank God." Y'all talking about what am I doing for the fire? Well, I gave them a whole. I birthed them a firefighter. I birthed them a son, right? All of that. Okay, love Carlissa. She don't always know how to say it, but we know what she be meaning. You know what I'm saying? So, she says that, and she goes on to praise Dre, who usually is like the middle child, and we all know the middle children is special because my middle child is the one that whoops my behind too. Love you, Jawan, right? But so she's just like giving him all the praises. Look, I'm trying to pull her up real quick, y'all, so we can search. So then y'all know people, if they asked about one son, the next question was gonna be about the other son, Blueface. All right. So first, let me show y'all this. Okay. Here we go. So this is what she posted originally, y'all. So this is her son. Okay, this is Dre. And so she says, prison reform, right? Repeat after me, prison reform. Let's go. All praises to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Now look at the date of this. So this is 4 years ago. So I'm assuming that this is what he's been doing. Okay, which is good. It's great because he had been in and out of prison for a long time. So she's like, y'all always talking ish, not knowing what people have gone through in a personal experience. My son said the house almost fell on him for that 69 cents an hour and 5 months off his sentence. Instead of trying to clown me, you should have been promoting more for our brother and sister volunteering their lives for slavery. How many of y'all sent y'all down there to help the firefighters or even volunteering? Stop playing with a real one and learn from one. Ain't even get no assistance to continue with the fire department. I donated a son to the fires. Did you? Okay. Carlissa, listen. One thing Carlissa gonna do is she gonna speak her mind unfiltered the way Carlissa feel about it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, they was gonna ask her about Blueface. So they're like, okay, well, Blueface, he from LA too. So, Carlissa, hey, is Blueface gonna be a firefighter? Y'all look at this here now. Mm, mm, mm. Look at this here, y'all. Let's go to Rolling Out magazine. She got into an Instagram skirmish with fans over an inflammatory statement. Y'all should say Blueface too rich to be fighting fires. What y'all think about that? What y'all think about that? Now, see what this is where I start saying, I know we said give even the celebrities some grace, right? We giving the celebrities even some grace. Because they're a little emotional, and clearly she has an emotional attachment. Her other son went through this program as an inmate and then as an incarcerated firefighter. So she has firsthand experience. And then I think she's a little bit defensive anyway, because she's always following up people on the internet. But she said what she said. So what y'all think? Do y'all think Carlissa is right in what she said, or I mean, is she right in just feeling how she feel? Blueface too rich to fight fires. And now we know that ain't true. Okay, because clearly, if a natural disaster like this don't teach you nothing else, honey, or like COVID or anything that's considered a natural disaster, baby, it's gonna teach you that rich, poor, white, black, orange, green, red, CEO, DEO, whatever that is. It don't matter what you are and what you make and what you had. When a natural disaster come level the playing field, baby, we is all created equal. Okay, so ain't nobody too rich to be doing nothing. I mean, I think this would have been a good opportunity for her to paint him in a better light, especially since he's going on social media talking about he marrying Krishan. That ain't true. And also getting new tattoos all over his face, looking crazy. Also, still kind of going back and forth with the paternity of him and Krishan's son, Junior, allegedly. A lot going on. I think this would have been a perfect opportunity for her to try to advocate for Blueface to get out and be a firefighter because, honey, he looked like he could use some emotional maturity too. I'm not blaming you, Carlissa. I get it. I get it. But I am saying, sometimes as parents, we have an opportunity to help them and we mistake it for an opportunity to support them by being a cheerleader. And unfortunately, sometimes that can be part of the reason why they think their wrongs are okay. Carlissa, excuse me. I'm with you, Carlissa, but okay, I am saying for real, sis. All right. So here's what she said, y'all. Uh, 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 uh. Somebody asked, are they making blue fight fires? She said they don't make rich ends in words. Go fight fires in jail now. She responded, then chuckled. They might make your son fight the fire though, not mine, but they might make yours. He paying his taxes to be in there, okay? He in rehab. My son is in jail rehab, okay? He's taking a break from life. He in rehab. He getting rehabilitated. Really? Clarissa? Clarissa. Come on now. Clarissa, Carlissa. Girl, auntie. Now, I know you all for a good hee hee. And I know you all for a good get the ratings up because you got your own network on Patreon. I get it. The six toxic spell backwards. I actually subscribed to it for a while, just supporting you. But sis, come on now. This is another level of tone deaf. Okay. Now, when you said what you said and was arguing with people about Dre being a firefighter and all that, okay, you got your little line in there about I donated a son to the fire. How about y'all? Okay, I get it. But now here you go. Your son might have to go fight, but not mine. So how are you gonna come out one side of your mouth, Carlissa? Talking about the great things that Dre did as a incarcerated firefighter, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Even though you called it slavery, et cetera. And then in the same breath, talk about your other son too good to do that. Now you wonder why your boys have that kind of strife between them, always fighting in discord. Carlissa, fix that, okay? Because you're really being tone deaf, and people love you for your tone deafness sometimes, but now ain't the time, sis. It ain't, okay? So I ain't asking you to change what you're saying, but just clean it up, sis, because not only is it tone deaf to the public, sis, but honey, both them your churn. Both of them is your churn, child. Both of them. Okay? Don't pit them against each other anymore. And saying that definitely will do that. All right, y'all. So we're about to take a break from the first part of the lowdown, but I want to make sure that I didn't miss out on something that we had said we were going to talk about for sure. So I know we talked about fights in LA. Oh, it's so hard. Sing it with me to say goodbye. Come on now. To TikTok. Ooh. But is it though? I ain't gonna lie. We really just started getting cooking on TikTok. So, I'm not emotionally invested. However, I get it. Okay, I get it. And I do want y'all to know, coming down the pipeline, everybody is standing on business. TikTok is standing on business. The Supreme Court standing on business. Donald Trump, yeah. You know what I mean by that. What I mean by that is that Donald Trump is kind of like, we'll look at it when I get in office. Yeah, we'll look at TikTok. Because yeah, I got a good percentage of the young vote, and the young voters, they use TikTok, so we'll look at TikTok. TikTok has a warm spot in my heart this time. So I say all that to say, y'all get ready, okay? Um, you know what? When we come back and do another break, what I'll do is I'll give you guys some other alternatives of social media outlets that you can join, um, and do a lot of the same thing that are U.S. based, okay? Because I cannot guarantee you, honey, that TikTok, even if it goes away and you already had it on your phone, it's still not going to be the same TikTok that you used to. And as your phone gets more updates, as the software gets more updates, which you will not get, by the way, you're not going to be wanting to go into the browser version. It's still not going to be the same. That whole trying to hold on to TikTok, if it go away in the beginning, it's going to work, but it ain't going to last. So you need to weigh your options, sis and bro. Okay. So we'll go through some options next stream. And last but not least, Diddy Mama Drama. I've from the beginning of this Diddy situation, y'all. I always said that it was more to come, and it's still gonna be more to come because it ain't nowhere near over, child. However, I could just tell the way that the documentaries were going, the way that they were throwing things in. But first of all, let me say this before I say this, because I'm not saying that I agree or disagree with anything that I'm about to report on, but I will say we love you, Miss Janice Combs, and we definitely love her style. She is one stylish lady, okay? Miss Janice Combs is stylish and she keeps a good wig. We love your wigs. Honey Patty LaBelle wigs, baby. Mm. Always own it. But I knew they was going to come for her. They done tried to come for the kids. Now they trying to come for her. Now they trying to say Diddy Mama was the original freak off thrower. That sounds weird, right? The the original freak off thrower. That do sound weird. So they're trying to say the digital Diddy Mama was throwing freak off parties all throughout his childhood. So what we think is weird and criminal and abnormal, they're saying that Diddy grew up around this. Miss Janice normalized it. So it's just what he used to. She's the original. She's the freak off OG. Still sounds weird, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I mean, again, y'all know we in this season with everybody talking. I'm talking about everybody is talking. Everybody is they got diarrhea of the mouth. They got doggone telling everything. Everything that they didn't even know they remembered until it's time to talk about it and get some clicks. So look, y'all. So apparently, like Diddy's best friend or something. Let me see. Diddy, friend says mama combs through. Let's see if it comes up like this. Freak offs. Hate the word freak offs. Okay, let's see. All right, so this is Rolling Stone. So one of Diddy's childhood friends says it wouldn't be a thing to mistakenly walk into one of the bedrooms and you got a couple in there butt naked. His friend Tim Patterson claims in a new documentary. Yeah, y'all know these documentaries, they rolling out back to back to back everywhere. Hulu, Fox, Tubi, TMZ, everywhere, y'all. So, uh, I mean, listen, man. I am grown enough to know that what some people consider freaky, some people might consider criminal. Some people might consider nasty. Some people might consider it ain't freaky enough. One thing I do not judge on or get involved with is what's going on in somebody's bedroom or what somebody like to get into in a bedroom. Because I feel like if nothing else is your business, that is your business. Let them people freak in peace. I get it. However, where is this coming from? So, see, you got to ask yourself at the timing of these things, because now this person is on a national television network, right? On a documentary about Diddy, talking about Diddy's moms throwing freak offs. I hate the word. And it's here to stay too. Y'all know that, right? They didn't embedded it into us. But I mean, okay, here we go. So if Diddy mom threw freak offs, right? Um, does that really have any bearing on his case? Like I remember one time there was like this case, and I want to say maybe Dateline. Excuse me. Boy, pneumonia is no joke. Anyway, I want to say it was maybe Dateline or maybe 48 Hours, but it was like this case, right, y'all? And like this dude, he killed his ex or whatever, or no, it was his spouse at the time or something. And I remember one of his defenses was how his mama raised him and the things his mama did and the things he saw, and that made him the way that he was, so he should get a lesser charge because basically it's part his mom's fault. And as a mom, y'all know as parents, kids know how to make us feel guilty. And at his big old age and his mom big old age, she came right in there and got on the stand, admitted to it, and she felt guilty. And literally almost felt like he should get leniency because maybe if she was a better parent, etc., he wouldn't have done the crimes that he did to the women and etc. not be there today. Now at that time, I thought that was BS. Okay, I think it's BS, and as a parent, I get it. You're trying to last ditch effort, do what you can to try to save your child. I get that part. And I get that kids are notorious for knowing how to guilt trip a parent. I get that part. But saying that Mama Combs is part of the reason that Diddy threw freak offs, and so he should not be held as accountable because he learned the freak offs from home. So he thought it was normal. I don't know how I feel about that one, guys. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. What y'all think? So does Diddy, let's see, let's put it in the chat here. And y'all let me know what y'all want to think in the comments chat. Does new report, let's do this. So if Diddy grew up watching his mom throw freak offs at home, is it safe to say that? Okay, no, let's not say that. We don't want to put safe there. Could it be used in his defense strategy? Because he thought it was normal. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the chat. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, listen, you really never know, man, how people are raising their kids, y'all. Auntie, my daughter is 4 going on 5. And she came home the other day and was like, one of her little homegirls in class, she was like, Mommy, me and such and such, we she said, let's play babies in the stomach. And I was like, what? I was like, no, 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 no. I said, did you tell her no? She said yes. Now I'm well aware that she probably did it. She's 4. The little girl is 5, a little bit older than her. And I said, baby, you don't play babies in the stomach because grown-ups have babies in the stomach only. That's not something appropriate for you and your friend at pre-K to be playing babies in your stomach. So that's not okay. Now, mind you, this little girl, me and her mom, we're cool. I see her all the time. We always talk about getting together outside of cool because the kids are cool. Outside of school because the kids are cool. But it's a couple things I've been finding out about her lately, including the fact that they don't celebrate Christmas, not because of their religion or anything, but just because she don't want to tell them nothing about no Santa. So they don't celebrate it. And I was just starting to rethink, did I really want to have her over? And I mean, I'm sorry, but I ain't trying to pick my daughter friends, but I'm trying to pick my daughter friends at 4. Yes, I am. Okay. I ain't really picking the friends. I'm picking the friends' mamas and daddies and family situations and thoughts. And I just don't want my baby around it. She got another little friend, let her read, let her do sports and everything. It's different. It's a different vibe. But I can just say it's been one thing after another, after another, after another. And I'm starting to learn, like, wow, at any age, you will be surprised the things that people are teaching their children, that you may not be teaching your children yet at the same age, or your beliefs could be so different that you allowing your child to be around them for extended periods of time outside of a organized setting like school, right, could change their view on things. So that doesn't make it okay, meaning you don't know what people are teaching their children. You don't know what children are seeing at home that they think is normal. So that also does not, though, as an adult, give you a pass to be able to get up on criminal charges that are related to the things you saw growing up. Or does it? Or does it? Now, in the guy on First 48 or Dateline, in his case, it didn't work. But could this be something that Diddy's defense team could use as a part of the strategy? What y'all think? Mr. Combs, combined with the fact that he grew up watching these things, because what they gonna do? Try to backdate Rico Mama Combs? Mr. Combs grew up seeing freak offs. He thought they were normal. We have no evidence outside of hearsay, Your Honor, because there was no videoing back then like that, no social media. And Mama Combs threw freak off parties. And that's why Diddy thought it was normal. So mix that with the fact that he got into this type of industry at a very young age. Mix with that. Unfortunately, he did not have the mental capacity or maturity to understand the era of his ways and it not just being a sexual fetish or fetishes. It could be a strategy, y'all. I've heard crazy and said in a courtroom and work. But I want to know what y'all think. Could this help Diddy's defense strategy if he grew up seeing his mom throw freak off parties? So he thought it was normal. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Thank you so much for being here. As always, like, share, subscribe, comment in the chat. Radio-Muva on YouTube. MUVA, Radio-Muva on YouTube. And if you want to support the show as we grow, $ Radio-Muva on Cash App. All right. I love y'all. Let me know what you think in the chat. And I will see you when we get back. I'll be back in a little bit.